I've never voted in for anything in this country.
Yeah.
And last year, as ADPAC was becoming more known, it was the first time I've ever expressed an interest in voting. So the organization itself has my backing personally. I now want to put my £5 in that pot. So I'm not in London, sorry. So just help us, for those of us who are not in London, how we can potentially have a chapter or a region.
I do have delivery partners in Manchester, Birmingham, Leeds, Wolverhampton, who will become the chairs of those regions and build out teams. So all of that will be very public. And then it's just about capacity building from those who are already in the advocacy space in the cities. So all it is just a magnet that attracts those of a similar ilk and just keeps attracting. And that was what happened with me on LinkedIn with professionals, because I've never been anything other than I am. And now I have the ability to influence the influencers. And I will say to them, you can be black in public. So in the beginning, people wouldn't, 5 years ago, people wouldn't touch me with a barge pole.
Yeah.
Any post that I would put on there, and I didn't treat LinkedIn like it. I treated it professionally, but with the tenets of Powernomics. They wouldn't touch it. Then what happens is you become so consistent, and then I'm meeting people personally, and they say, oh, this isn't so bad. And then they start to share it. Then people are messaging me. Well, where people were messaging me, now people will just write on a post. So I've seen the evolution of how you can infect people with an idea. An idea is like a virus. And I believe that we've been infected with malware via our but my thing is an antivirus. My job is to deliver the antivirus. And the more people you infect with the antivirus, because now I have my own advocates who are on LinkedIn. And together we are legion. So now I was the most vocal person. There are people far more vocal than me who saw me. So I understand that my role is not to be charismatic leader. It is to influence the influencers and build the machine so that in a year's time, if and when I step back, you won't even remember me, because ADPAC will be here for perpetuity. For our grandchildren's grandchildren, where we don't even remember where we'd have to go to English people. So when the police want a drive to recruit African Caribbean police officers onto the force, they would come to ADPAC. ADPAC may give them a pre-training, and then they would go into the police force, culturally competent, representative of the communities they police, not communities they contain, which is the current state of affairs. So it's very different.
Yes.
Because we will be engaging with the British institutions, but with parity, not how you saw it, not telling us racism doesn't exist. So first, we're not having that conversation, because now we have all of our liaise with those who've created all the reports over the years. I have volumes. So I'm not going into the room as a lay person, and I'm not going into the room by myself. I'm going with my consultants. So now we're having a very honest conversation. So if we were sitting down with a constabulary, forget that. Let's have a very naked and honest conversation about what is. Then let's have an evolutionary conversation about what we desire it to be, which is ethnically representative policing of our communities. But we can't just send our sons and daughters directly to you. There must be some intermediary process where our police officers understand what are the needs of our community. Then it will not be possible for community pimps to be kidnapping our children for counting. It will not be possible for community pimps to be grooming our young women and men for sexual exploitation. We want to see an end of these missing children pictures. I'm a father. My 14-year-old son doesn't go anywhere. When I was my son's age, I lived in Kennington. I was going to Camden and getting wet every weekend. I was back drunk at 14. And there was the worst risk, you might have got mugged on your way home. But nobody would kill you to see how the body felt. That's not our culture.
Yeah.
So we are perfectly capable through our media department of creating a cultural shift in our young people. So I know rappers who've formerly been aligned with heavy crime. I have a young brother in New Cross, a rapper, Coleon. I grew up with his older brothers. Coleon is the way he is because he used to come into my brother Jason and Mark's bedrooms and see 10 guys. The house was an open door, drinking beer, smoking weed, listening to Biggie in 95. And he was 7. Coley, get out of my room. I feel guilty for who Coley is today. But now Coley is a man who is stepping up. He will be part of our music project to change the culture of our youth's thinking. Won't say what that project is called, but we have a music project to onboard artists that will become a challenge for our young people to spit the same theme of the album, where now we are seeking to shift the culture of young people's thinking. So that again will be a very public project. So when I'm talking my brother, Gwenton Slowly, New Cross is where I'm born and bred. I am obligated to shift what that looks like.
Yeah, man.
And I've lived all over London. Rudy knows me from Wilston.
Yeah.
When I would take my son to school. Before I took him out and homeschooled him.
Yeah, that's right.
I had to give Mr. Roberts an education.
Yeah. I mean, Christina Robinson is asking once again about membership.
Becoming a member.
Yeah.
You know,
if you go to the website, you'll see membership, but we're not taking any payments until July 6th. Anybody can donate whatever they like at the moment, but membership becomes live in July 6th. And the reason I say that is because we talk. We say we're going to do this, and then you go live and you don't have half the things. We're going to have this in a month. We're going to have that. No, when we go live, everything is operational. The project management tool that I'm talking about to coordinate our organizations, my thing is onboarding.
Yes.
Can we smoothly onboard everybody? And then when people pay your money, see, at the moment, you don't have any rights, but when you pay £5, you got rights, don't you? So we don't want our complaints box full up that we can't do what we say.
Yeah.
So we do things properly.